Hello everyone, this is La Cuera from Mariachi Internacional, Los Pérez. As requested, I'm sorry it's taking a bit of time and I haven't been posting as often, but I will try to do more. I'm in a different setting today. I'm in Texas, my home state, and let's just get down to it. La Cuera is in A major. We have C sharps, G sharps, that's what we're gonna be feeling a lot more of. F sharp is your regular one on the E string. And I can hear different harmonies that I sometimes will mix the parts, but this is what I heard. And I'll put some links down below of Mariachi Internacional de Los Pérez. You'll see their bowings too, so I'm going with that video on their bowings. So in the very beginning, I noticed it's a lot of string crossing, right? So be aware of that. And your hand block, keep it like this, right? For C sharp to D on the A string and G sharp to A on the E string. And they have like a caballito thing. That first little round, it goes a little faster, but I'm trying to give you more of that caballito style, right? Because that's what they're doing there. And as far as notes, there's times when it's best to leave your fingers down. This is an instance where you want to do that. Leave your first finger down, F sharp, on the E string at the very start. And you go to that G sharp. Coming down scale, right? Then keep your C sharp down while you play the open E. I go down to the B. It could be a C sharp. I didn't really hear that either, but... And then here, it's going to be alternating your D to the B. That little bowing, that's a very good rhythmic exercise for those of you that are not quick with your fingers and you have like a passage that's really fast and you're trying to get things coordinated. That's a good way to coordinate your fingers when you do long, short, long, short, long. That's something I teach my students a lot, especially those that are their fingers are not quite up to par. If they're a little lazy, the fingers, not the kid, the fingers. So that's a good exercise when you do long, short, long, short, long, short, long, to get things coordinated together, yeah? So that's the very beginning. That repeats every time you go to the beginning. That's what you play. The second time around goes... Slow it down a little bit towards the end. We do a 3-note slur there. The C sharp. Sorry, from a C sharp. C sharp, C sharp, D. Maybe a savon somewhere. Or a grace. Yeah, that's the son jalisciense style. So that's the second time around when you do the beginning. And luego the voices come in. I don't know the letra, I'm sorry. That's the first Adorno. A quick little scale from C sharp down and then back up. Yeah, but try to be very crisp and kind of short at the end of that. They do a retake and there's an arpeggio from an A. Arpeggio. When you do this arpeggio, you're gonna have to shift to third position. Then for third position here, A to C sharp. Grace note A to C sharp. Yeah, so it's ra da 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 da. The next little part. Pa para para. You're slurring those. C sharp, B, B, A. We're in the key of A major, so make sure you're playing those C sharps. So that's the first little Adorno. Then I hear violins in the recording. I'll leave that other link too, but I think it's just trumpets that do it. It's something really fast. It's definitely double tonguing in the trumpets part. I hear something like that, but you don't have to do that part because I don't see the mariachi in the live video doing that. Luego, there's these 2-note, 8-note slurs, and we're highlighting the chord in each of those patterns. So first is D major, D, F sharp, Re, Fa, La, Re. Yeah, arpeggio, right? And you want to play those bowings with big bow, and don't let it trail off. Don't let it don't leave a tail. That's what I mean. So a little short. The next one is C sharp E to A C sharp. High 3 on the G string for C sharp. This is a big problem note that I notice amongst beginner and intermediate students. You need to stretch out your third finger kind of awkwardly because it does feel a little awkward. You have to go beyond. If those of you that have little tapes, you might need to go beyond your tape. But you have to. It's stretching to a C sharp. Watch the right arm. You're gonna have to make sure you cross, right? The next little chord is E, G sharp. What's the last one? E, G sharp, then B, E. I would use 4th finger E, not the open E. Rings too much. Then we have another little part at the end of that Adorno. Very similar to kind of like the beginning. You hear a little chromatic. Sorry, there's ants biting me here. Ow. Anyways, they're crawling on me too. Wow. No mercy, these ants. So the very last bit of it. D sharp, E, D sharp, D, C sharp. That last C sharp, not too long because you go back to the beginning. Yeah, this was very fun. I had never heard of this one, honestly. And now that I'm listening and learning a little bit more, this is an excellent one, especially for younger mariachis that want to learn caballito a little better. And because it repeats itself so much, it's a wonderful song to really get to know. And it's so exciting, it's so happy, and there's coros involved. Da, 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 da. Ra, da, 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 di, di, do, di. Excellent. At the very end, there is coro for the violins. So you sing. But if you're gonna play the end of a son jalisciense in the key of A major, in the key of La, keep biting me, on an A, first violin A. Rule of thumb, it's caballito, right? And the other one, the other factor is, it's 3 measures of those 8th notes. There's some exceptions, some son exceptions, but this one it sounds like your typical son jalisciense. So, yeah, you're in an A, la, 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 mi, la. Yeah? Leave your comment if you feel like, oh, maybe it's this note, Karina, or whatever. Or, oh, yeah, I like this song, Karina. Whatever you want to say, mention it in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you want some more music, please, I know you can just leave a comment, what suggestion, what song you need help with, and I promise I will get to it. I'm working on the next one. I've been having a busy past couple of weeks. So, yeah, thank you for watching.